Hello everybody, welcome back. My desert, man, we're a little bit outside of the place, aren't we? Nothing nice and green grown here. Alright Milton, what do you got for me now? Nothing specifically. Progress report 9. The basic skeleton of the simulation is now running on EL. It's not plugged into the AI system yet, but in theory everything's ready. I guess the next step is to test whether the generated scenarios make sense, or do we wait for the iteration module to... Osiris. This should be a long one. The first wisdom, the scribe said to the dying man, is that as the world is made of 5 elements, so is the soul of man. Know therefore that in this life you are heart and shadow and name, and also Ka and Ba. Without all these, you would not be a living being, but a thing. What is a man without a name, who cannot speak of himself? What is a man without a shadow, who is not anchored in the world? What is a man without a heart, who can neither feel nor think? What is a man without a Ka, who has no essence? What is a man without a Ba, who is not himself, but like unformed clay? Therefore praise Osiris, the king of eternity, the lord of everlastingness, the eldest son of the womb of Nut, he who traverses millions of years in his existence. Here the translator is clearly inserting his own beliefs onto the text as redacted. I mean, is he? I mean, all of that sounded viable translation, like... Just war excerpt. Oh god. Democrates altar war on the just causes for war against the Indians by Juan Quines de Sepulveda. I don't do well with Spanish. Written in 1547 to justify the Spanish conquest of the Americas. The Spanish have a perfect right to rule these barbarians of the New World, who in humanity are as inferior to the Spanish as children are to adults, or women are to men. For there exists between the two as great a difference as, I might even say, between apes and men. Compare then these gifts with those possessed by these half-men, in whom you will barely find the vestiges of humanity, but not only do not possess any learning at all, but are not even literate and eat human flesh. Well, to be fair, literate is... I was going to say subjective, but that doesn't quite sound right. Because I was going to say, like, for example, I am very literate in English. I am illiterate in pretty much every other language. I mean, I know a few words, but not enough to get by. Therefore, like, I highly doubt that when the Spanish came after the Aztecs and that they could speak or read any of the Aztec shit, right? Therefore, if you wish to reduce them, I do not say to our domination, but to a servitude a little less harsh. It will not be difficult for them to change their masters. It's very difficult for people to change their masters. Especially when those masters are, you know, gods that don't actually interact, and you can just be like, oh, well, that specific part wasn't my god. Because, you know, Aztecs had, like 100 of them. A lot of overlap between the two. Just basically based off of video games. A lot of Tomb Raider. In fact. Alright, let's see. What do we got? We got a star. Alright. Right, because we're going to be getting our last puzzle piece. Okay, so it doesn't look... Looks like all the puzzles are around here, so I want to just very quickly take a quick lap around here. Because I see these low walls. I almost always forget that I have a jump button in this game. Because it is very much one that I could see not having a drop on it. Oh, it won't let me paint on this wall. Why not? Can I paint on this? No? Oh well. I don't know what the requirements to paint are. But yeah, I also see this little wall here. Oh, well, we got another computer at least. And I wonder what the difference between these ones are. I mean, this one says Ian. Institute for Applied Neomatics. Body and soul. But it is commonly supposed that the Egyptians believed the soul to live as long as the body continued undissolved, and therefore tried this method of eluding death. Could the wise Egyptians, said Nikaya, I think that's how you pronounce that name, think so grossly of the soul? If the soul could once survive its separation, what could it afterwards receive or suffer from the body? The Egyptians would doubtless think erroneously, said the astronomer. In the darkness of heathenism and the first dawn of philosophy, the nature of the soul is still disputed amidst all our opportunities of clearer knowledge. Yet some say that it may be material, who nevertheless believe it to be immortal. Is that why they mummified people? Because the soul would live as long as the body existed? I mean, I always knew that like mummification was like a ceremony. I've never heard that before, though. Because I mean, if the soul exists as long as the body exists, then does the soul still feel things? Because I feel like your body being mummified would be very painful. Not to mention, you would probably go crazy considering they locked them in. I mean, that would make sense for why they put like all their worldly possessions and that with them, right? Entomb them with all their treasure and everything. But I still feel like then you would go fucking crazy if, you know, your body was tied to your... Although I guess just because your soul is it exists because your body does, doesn't necessarily mean that it's directly tied to your body. It's just like, you know, I don't know. Anyway. Somae. Names are a funny thing. I remember how much we struggled to come up with a name for our project. All serious scientists name their projects by just translating them to Greek or Latin, right? Corpus made me think of some horrible disease, so we used the Greek word instead. Soma, quite appropriate. But then, since we needed corporate funding, we had to come up with a backronym. Corporations love backronyms, you know? They even sent us a list of buzzword-heavy suggestions to help us get started. Stuff like self-sufficient, orthostatic, modular android. Why do you call those a backronym? It's just an acronym. Oh, I get it. It's a backronym because you start with the acronym and then make up what it means. I gotcha. Sustainable, observant, mechanized anthropoid. Skeuomorphic? Never seen that word before. Omni-adaptable mobile. Anthropomation? Anthropomaton? That I feel like that word's just wrong. After a while, we got so frustrated that we started getting silly. Saber-toothed, overexcited murder android. Sentient orthopedic. I don't like the way orthopedic is spelled. It's not like they misspelled it or anything. That is how it's spelled. I just don't like the way it's spelled. That A just shouldn't be there. Monkey automaton. Strange Olga's menacing assassilbot. Superb octopod marinades applings. Satisfying overcooked mint alligator. Stinky ornithological mule alligator. Skroink oof minky ack. Stupid obscure meaningless acronym. That's a good one. In the end, we all ended up hating the name Soma just because we had so many fights about it with the sponsors. So when Alexander told that story about the Talos principle, okay, and then caught on. I don't know whether it really fits, but I kind of like it. So I'm assuming that the gibberish there is supposed to be the actual name, something to do with the Talos principle, which I think the Talos principle has come up in other entries on the computer thing, but I would imagine that whatever that name is, it's probably been blanked out, and that name is probably whatever the fuck god name, whatever the hell the god dude's name is. I don't even remember. Either that or else it's Milk, which would be funnier. Okay, well, it looks like my exploration, unless it's another one of those ones that it's like secret door that's like barely visible unless you're standing directly in front of it or at the correct angle or something, but I don't know. I guess it could be around in between some of these other puzzles, but let's just head into here. There we got. So we got wind and boxes here. Well, hopefully it's not in here, so I can't fucking see anything, that's for sure. Sunshot, eh? Alright. Because we do, yeah. Okay, so I can climb over there, which means I probably need to send the box, or both the boxes over. If I had to guess. guess. Boop. Because if I can just climb over, I don't know why I would send myself over. Like that. Boop. Although I don't like that my ladders let you know. And I can go back, yep. Okay, now see this one I can't go over myself. Oh, I guess I also could have just... Alright, well that was a insanely easy puzzle, like a why even bother puzzle, but okay. I guess, I think what's confusing me is like we have the green, yellow, and red, right? And the red ones are supposed to be the hard puzzles. Like that is a thing, they are supposed to be the hard ones. And the green ones are listed as easy puzzles. I guess they never really specified that yellow are like medium difficulty. Because a lot of the yellow puzzles seem to be fairly easy, which also does make sense considering that you need them. Like, you need the yellow pieces in order to, unlock the tools, the instruments, whatever you want to call them. Because I was calling them abilities before, but it's not an ability, because it's just another thing that they give you. Some more wind boxes. Red one? Yeah. And you need those to just... I figured it out now, what? The only meaningful purpose is to bring about an end. Okay. Oh, I understand that. The only meaningful purpose... Because the only meaningful purpose means that you need a goal that you can succeed at, and the only... Yeah. The only meaningful purpose is to bring about an end of purpose. Because if you have a purpose, it's a thing that you must accomplish, and the only meaningful purpose is to accomplish that goal so that you no longer need to do it, right? Which is why a lot of non-profit organizations do not so meaningful purposes. Because if they gave themselves a purpose that they could actually accomplish, then, you know, they may actually need to accomplish something. Alright, so we got a bunch of fans all over the place. We got a thing here that I'm assuming we need at some point. Got a fan here, and we can detach it. Ooh, it doesn't. Okay. Push the block out. Okay. And now if I put it here, right, and then box on it, that's not, okay, that didn't work. I don't know why I thought that that would block the blue laser. Clearly it did not. I mean, I could set it up to like blow the box different ways, but that wouldn't really blow that much. I mean, the only thing I really need to do is get past this fan. So if I could get rid of the blue laser or something, but I'm not. Like, I'm assuming this is just one that we need to use for something. Maybe, let's see. Okay, so the red one I can shut off. Which means I can then... Oh, I got 3 blocks. Oh no, I just got 2. Okay. Unless maybe... Did that shut off more than I thought? Because I see these things have different colors, so... That one has a yellow covering over it, so is this one. No, but so does that one, and I'm assuming that I need to stop that. Stop the blue one for that. Okay, so what could I do? The only thing I could think of would be to stack the boxes up. But I mean, I don't know how what good that would do, and I feel like that wouldn't be you. Oh, unless no, because I can't get one away from there. You know what? Let's see what. So that shuts off some fans, right? Or does it just shut off the one? Okay, so then I guess that means that the only fans that the lasers control are the ones directly underneath them then. Okay. Now I have 3 fans, 2 blocks, but what confuses me is this, because I mean, obviously I can't do anything with the blue laser from any of these. The only thing I could maybe think of would be like knock that off with one, but I don't know how that would help. And I mean, maybe. That. That. Okay. Alright, and it just blows that far and is done. Alright, so that was pointless. I was thinking maybe it would like blow it this way and then like this fan would pop it up, right? And then this fan would pop it up. And then it would like, you know, block the laser. But no. I wonder, can I hold the box? Because yeah, it seems weird to me. Because does that mean? Whoa, good God, that one's strong one, isn't it? Fuck. Yeah, holy. Okay. So that one fucking blasts it this way. That blasts it there, which does basically nothing, right?
Excuse me, there is a message for
you. Yeah, I mean that just blasts it over there, which don't see what the point of that would be. Oh, I probably can't walk past that again. And I mean, it's not like blasting myself would be of any help. If I took that off, it gets blasted over here. But I mean, this barely blows. Like, I can get like, right up on this one. And yet that one fucking blast me like a motherfucker. So what's the difference? Like, why is this one so weak? That's not like a, I mean, it still looks like it's blowing. But yeah, I mean, that, like, barely blows it out. So I don't understand what the point of this would be. The other ones just fucking blast ya across the place. But even then, like, even assuming that it fit through the door, which it obviously doesn't. I'm also not entirely sure how you're supposed to get in there. Like, maybe the ladder is just there on the off chance somebody manages it, but that seems weird. I mean, I guess I can hook up the other fan to that and just see what happens, but oh, I guess I do. But yeah, I don't know what the difference between these fans are. Like, if I put this one on there, will it blow just as fast? Just as hard? Yeah, it blasts. So I mean, clearly the type of fan doesn't matter. Yeah, it just blasted me there. Yeah, I really don't know. Because, I mean, clearly I need to get in there somehow. I mean, I can put both boxes, stack them up like that, and then flow them over, but I don't know what good that would do. But let's see what happens. Alright, so they just get blasted over, that makes sense. I could get them moving, like, across, but unfortunately this fan doesn't blow nearly hard enough. But I mean, I feel like this has got to be a part of it, right? Like, it seems like such a weird thing to just be non-existent, right? But I also feel like a lot of this is very weirdly just, like, not useful, you know? Because, I mean, yeah, that isn't gonna blow it nearly hard enough to go anywhere. That can't be it. No, it doesn't work. I guess I mean, like, doing that. Like, what good does that do, right? Now, if I could do that and somehow, like, I don't... Like, I feel like I'm missing something here. Like, I'm missing, like some obvious something that I'm missing, you know? It's like we got this fan here that was used to blow out the box, and then we have this fan here, and it was, I think, just here to stop us from walking over here, I guess. Because I mean, if we blew something that way, what good would that do? It wouldn't, right? So we just blow it here. I mean, that's worthless. Blowing that out this way doesn't really do anything. I can do anything over this wall, can I?
When the truth will not reveal itself, perhaps it is best to seek it in another place.
Elohim, right? Is that what that guy's name is? So that one blows this way barely. That one blows up and blocks that. This one blows up and does nothing for some reason. This blasts you this way, and then it crosses paths with this fan, which blasts you this way. And then you have this fan that blows a little bit this way. So what good do any of these fans have to do? Because I mean, I can't like attach this to the box. Well, I mean I can, obviously it doesn't do anything, but then I can't carry them both. I mean, like, yeah, that clearly doesn't do anything. It doesn't even let me stand on it. At best, I could stand on a box and put it there and blast myself over here and then over there, but I don't know what good that would do me. I really don't. Now, if I could maybe get both boxes there so I can jump on top of both of them, maybe, but obviously that isn't going to happen. What the hell was that? Why did I get such a big jump? Yeah, and the box moves faster than me, so even that doesn't matter. Now, how close can I get to that? I can actually get rather close to it. Okay. So me standing on the box clearly isn't it, considering that the box flies out from underneath my feet immediately. Yeah, I didn't think that would work. And that just blows that way. And I mean, like, this is so close to being, like, useful, which is probably my biggest problem, is that, like, yeah, and it's not gonna let me put it up there, which isn't really a surprise. But I mean, like, stacking them up obviously doesn't do anything. Yeah, I mean, I can't really... see a solution to this. Like, the only part that I know is that I needed to put that up there. Like, I needed that to do this, and as far as I can tell, all that did was get me a third fan, right? Which leads me to believe that I then need to use 3 fans, right? Like, that would make sense. Like, you do that, you get your third fan, and now you can have 3 fans, and then once you do that stuff there, you have 3 fans and 2 boxes. Okay, you know what? Let's reset this puzzle. You know what? Let me try this. There's no way it's gonna work. So close. Alright, so that fan's already blown. So presumably that's just there to give you a fan so that you can do this, blow the box out, right? Okay, so those ones are done. This one goes there to get us our third fan. Now, this, and this are the only ones that didn't start with a fan on them, or that we haven't used for anything as of yet. Now, what could we be using that for? I don't know. That knocked both blocks off, yeah. Because this is the one that confuses me the most. Is this right here. Because, I mean, what could that be used for? I don't know. Like... Because, like, the only thing that I can really think of is that these 2 fans are set up right so that you fling yourself that way, and then you're right there and can run through, while something else blocks the beam, right? Like, that something else is going to knock this beam, or like gonna fall into the beam, cut it out for a second, right? Oh, hang on. I think I might have it. I think. Give me my box back. Damn it. I don't want to walk off once I land. Damn it. No, not the... Oh, fuck. If I use the fan to get... See, and then I get through. Alright. Gotcha. I finally understood. Alright. That, I feel, definitely took me longer than it should to figure out. This place is some kind of preserve for human history and we're the endangered species. Trying to find answers will only bring pain, ceasing to care is only escape. This guy's 10 times more help than you. Samsara, so shut your face. We're in some kind of incubator waiting to be hatched. If you knew how little you know, you wouldn't be exposing it here. If you knew how little you know, I mean, that's the sign of a true genius, right? Is being able to admit that or being able to know exactly, or like how much stuff it is that they don't actually know. Alright, looks like we got vans, boxes, and refractors. And we still haven't found our star. Okay, this one's just all blown away. There's no like obvious star type. That's curious, though. Why would there be a red beam there? Okay, so the blue beam will turn on that fan. Hey, there's our star. So I can only assume then that the red beam unlocks that somehow. How, I'm not sure. Maybe just like the brick wall will go away. I don't know. Oh, there's also a refractor sitting right here. Boop. Pull that over, which I can then use that. Up, that. Go. That gets us our super easy yellow. Which means that to get our red, means we need to get it from somewhere else. There's other. Okay. That's the puzzle we were just at. Is there a way that we could get the red to... Well, no, because I would need to be able to see the red beam, right? And there's no way I can redirect that red beam. Yeah, because I mean, even if I could see it better. Okay, well it looks like our next puzzle has some lasers in it as well, so I'll leave this here for now. Because obviously there's no lasers coming from out here, because there's just lasers that can possibly come from out here, right? Like there's no way that I'm getting an angle like that. I mean, I can see the one red connector that's there, but obviously, even if I could manage to angle myself to get it connected, that's not going to be a visible line of sight, right? Like, yeah, like there's no way, especially not with that. So, let's go do our next puzzle and see if maybe, because I saw a blue laser, so it's possible that there's a red laser in there. Although it doesn't look like we actually play around with the laser in this one, since it just shows the fan and box. And yeah, there's just a blue laser again, so I must have to get the red laser out of that other one somehow. Which seems like it's gonna be complicated as fuck. Okay, so I can obviously get myself in there and out of it, so let's just... Well, let's grab a box first. I was going to jump in and see what's what, but I mean, we got two boxes here. Odds are both of them need to go in there, so... And I don't think this is a fan. Oh no, I can detach it. Good, that would do me, but... Okay, so the fan just... Oh, I can just climb in and out. Okay, so the fan goes through the laser... and stops that fan from blowing for a second. Okay. Because I'm assuming I can't get through here, yeah. Okay. And over here is a whole lot of nothing. No way I'm doing that at the same time, though. Okay. Detach the fan. up. I don't know why I'm doing this, by the way. Okay, why did that make them fly further? Like, seriously, why? Okay. Yeah, I mean, but obviously I don't have enough time to get in there after that, right? Like, but it's not like I have a way to drop the box. I really hate the sound of those gears on these fans when there's no fan attached. I don't much care for the sound of the fan when it is attached either, so for the same thing it is. Okay, so what do we got? In here, all we have is the fan. Okay. And once I get past the... Okay, so all I need to do is get past this fan and I've won. It's that easy. Now, they give me 2 of these, which is interesting. Yeah, and it's also very interesting that me putting one on there beforehand and then attaching the fan for some reason sends it further. Like, it doesn't hit the laser when I do that, which is very weird. Okay. I mean, that almost worked. And by almost, I mean not at all, but you know. What I wanted to do, I did. I got blown by the fan and placed the block at the same time. Yeah, and I mean, I was gonna say I could send one and then send the other, but that wouldn't really make a difference, right? And I mean, all I have is these 2 blocks in that van. But the fact that they gave me 2 blocks is also confusing, because it's like, why? You know, like, because like that second block, like that's the same amount of time. Like, I'm not getting any extra time by sending both. And the only way I could truly send both is if I stacked them up, took the fan off, stacked them up, and then put it down, but obviously that also doesn't work. Since it, apparently doesn't, like, I'm on. Like, why does it send it a different distance? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, that's basically in line with that pillar, right? But then when I put it on while the fan's already blowing, it's not, it doesn't go quite as far, so it actually goes further. Yeah, like, that's what I said, it goes further. So now, my only thought, which doesn't seem like it would work because of that, would be to take this off, put this on there, maybe with my extra weight, I don't know. This there, so that I can get up on top of it, right? To go at the same time, but then that doesn't block the laser at all. Also, can I mean, I can actually jump up there without that, right? that's obviously not gonna... I mean, that's obviously not gonna fly. Because there's no way I'm putting this there. Not that that would matter either, though, right? Because I would still need to climb over the fence. That probably does nothing, right? Yeah. I mean, it very slowly slides it over, like a millimeter, but... I mean, obviously, ideally, right, I would be in there as one comes across. I don't see how that would be feasible, though. Like, I really... I mean, it would make sense for me to come across with it, right? Because then, like, it goes out, I land, I climb, I run. Maybe I make it. I mean, I don't know that I make it, but I don't know that I don't make it. So, I mean, there's that. I mean, that gets me a box in there, right? Now, what
if
good
this trial seems impossible to overcome, have no fear. Return another time, and the answer may reveal itself. Maybe that is the solution. Maybe I'm... thinking too hard? That doesn't seem right. If I put one there, one up here, and there it is. No. Alright, well... Alright, so... obviously no red laser here. None of the other puzzles had a red laser, which means there must be something I'm missing in the puzzle that had the red laser. There must be like a hidden connector or something, right? I mean, the only thing I could think of would be to get up maybe on this wall here. But I'm not entirely sure I can do that. Whoops. Because I mean, these would have to definitely be closer to the wall, right? But I can't seem to... right? Like, I can't... and
And like as soon as I hit the fan, it like locks me into the center of the fan. And it's not like that fan pushes me any faster, right? So unless... maybe I can get up to that connector. Like maybe I need to use this fan or something. Maybe I'm thinking of maybe I'm not doing the right one. So maybe I can blow myself over this way, right? No, because I would need to still get up onto the boxes while they're in front of that fan, and it's too far away. Oh, good God. Hello. Alright, so if I jump, it doesn't slow me down. No, but... okay, so what just happened? I don't... seriously, what... alright, why? Why did that... what am I doing differently on those jumps? Like, why is that one catching me and stopping me? Oh. Oh. Okay, I'm over the wall. I'm gonna bring a box with me. Because I don't... what is this? Aha! Now that's higher up, I bet you I can see it from the other puzzle. I'm glad I grabbed that box now. Alright. In we go. Over here, grab the connector. There's the red. There we go. What is that? Yay, and we got our star. Takes 12 stars, which I do believe is enough to get into that puzzle in A, if I'm not mistaken. But we can also go and unlock our play button there, whatever that might be. Alright. So let's grab this. Well, maybe, I guess. So close. If those two were the same one, that would have worked. If I do it this way. I mean, that's probably not right, because I'd still probably need basically two of the same one in order to do it, right? Yeah. That obviously isn't going to work. What about this? No. Well, that looks right. Well, I mean, yeah, almost. There. Come on. There you go. You have now unlocked play. Assuming that's some kind of recorder. What is this? Door. Oh, that's our exit. Alright, well, 3 out of 7 areas are done. We got 4. Has how many? 4 has 2 stars, and it starts using the thing we just got. Another star in 5. Oh wow, 6 should take no time at all. Man, these... oh god, I was gonna say these better be hard puzzles, but I mean, this one doesn't even have anything to use, which means it's probably just jammers. And then 2 laser connectors there. Man, World 6 must be fucking simple as hell, man. World 7 also has 2 stars. And then we still need the stupid axe from World C. And we have the star puzzle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we actually have more than enough to do this one. But I would much rather do World A's first. Oh, do we go back to World A and open that? Or no, you know what? I think I might just save the star puzzles for like last, you know? We'll finish World B. So obviously we'll do number 4 next time, which looks like it might be a long one. So I might want to give my... And it's using new things. And 4 red puzzles. That should be fine. Man, I really hope that these replay machines are like stationary. Because if they aren't, I may be fucked. Because like that Hourglass game that I played, that I'm assuming these things are basically the same as, it started with stationary ones and I did fine. And then it let you just start doing the rewind or whatever you want to call it, the replay wherever. And that's really where it got complicated and started screwing me. But yeah, I think we'll finish all 7 here. We'll go to World C where I know the axe is, and then I think, you know what, we'll just finish all of the regular World C levels. I'm assuming there's going to be 7 of them as well. And then we'll go back to A, break through the wood, do that. Come to B, break through the wood, do that. I'm going to assume there's another one to break through the wood at in C, and we'll break through the wood there and do that. We'll do them in order. And then we'll go back through A, B, and C and do the star doors, whatever the hell they unlock. But yeah, that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week for more.